My name is Margaret Coolidge. I was raised in an orphanage. When I was 18, Mr. and Mrs. Coolidge came to my door, claiming I was their long-lost biological daughter. I thought fate had been kind to me, giving me a complete family. But I never imagined that this family had long been filled by their adopted daughter, Mary Coolidge. 5 years ago, I married Blake Carter. He was a rising star in the business world, handsome, steady, the ideal partner for countless socialites. Our marriage was a perfect match on the outside, but secretly known only to us, a hidden union. No wedding, no blessings, just a marriage certificate and Blake's cold, distant gaze. For 5 years, we lived under the same roof, yet we might as well have been strangers. He rarely came home, and when he did, he stayed only in his study. Our exchanges could be counted on one hand. I once naively believed that time could thaw the ice in his heart, until today, when he pushed the door open and tossed a document in front of me, the divorce agreement. He said, his voice devoid of any warmth, "Sign it." I picked up the agreement, my fingertips trembling ever so slightly. The terms were crystal clear. I would leave with nothing. All I had to do was sign. Why? I asked. I looked up at him, searching his eyes for even the slightest trace of hesitation. He leaned against the sofa, his posture relaxed yet radiating a cold distance that kept others away. "My grandmother's greatest wish before she passed was to see me get married," he said quietly. "Now that Mary is coming back, that position rightfully belongs to her." My heart suddenly sank. Mary Coolidge, the adopted daughter treasured by the Coolidge family, the first love Blake Carter held so dearly in his heart. It turned out I was merely a tool for him to fulfill his grandmother's last wish. "The Coolidge family has already made their decision," he added. "All their assets will be passed down to Mary. You, their biological daughter, have never really mattered." That sentence was like a sharp knife, piercing through the last of my illusions. I looked at his cold profile and suddenly felt that 5 years of marriage had been nothing but a cruel dream. The dream has to end. I neither cried nor made a scene. I picked up the pen and signed my name on the divorce agreement. My handwriting was neat, without a single smudge or hesitation. Blake Carter seemed somewhat surprised, raising an eyebrow. "You're just signing it like that? What else do you expect?" I put down the pen, my voice steady. "Continuing to drag this out benefits no one." He stood up and approached me. "If you're willing to stay, I can offer you a generous compensation." "No need." I took a step back, creating some distance. "Though I come from an orphanage, I'm not someone who survives on charity. I will move out in 3 days," I added. "From then on, we're done with each other." His gaze darkened for a moment, as if he wanted to say something, but in the end, he only pressed his lips tightly together. As I stepped out of the study, Nanny Sophie stopped me. "Madam, are you really going to leave?" Nanny Sophie looked at me, her eyes full of reluctance. Sir was only momentarily confused. "Could you please persuade him once more?" I shook my head and smiled. "Sophie, thank you for taking care of me these past 5 years. But he and I were long past this. Forced fruit never tastes sweet. I don't want to keep hurting myself." Back in my room, I opened a long-forgotten box. Inside was a yellowed photo of a sunny, handsome young boy. His name was Cedric Harper. He was my first love. At the orphanage, he always protected me, brought me treats, and kept me company while watching the stars. He once said that when he was able, he would take me away and give me a true home. Later, his family took him away, and we lost contact. But I never forgot his promise. For these 5 years, I've endured this cold marriage. Yet in my heart, I always reserved a place for him now. I am free. I took out my phone, found that long-forgotten number, hesitated for a moment, but still dialed it. The moment the call connected, I heard a voice that was both familiar and strange. "Hello?" My heart suddenly raced. I took a deep breath and said, "Cedric Harper, it's me, Margaret Coolidge." There was a few seconds of silence on the other end of the line, then a rush of hurried breathing came through, filled with barely contained joy. "Margaret, is it really you?" Cedric Harper's voice shook. "Am I dreaming?" "It's me." I smiled, the corners of my eyes moist. "Long time no see." "Yes, it's been a long time." His voice was full of excitement. "How have you been all these years? I've been looking for you everywhere but never got any news." I paused, not wanting to worry him. "I'm doing well now. I'm divorced," I answered honestly. "I'm free now." Cedric Harper on the other end fell silent for a moment, then said firmly, "Margaret, no matter what you've been through, I don't care. Back then, I failed to take you away with me. I've always felt guilty about that." His voice was gentle and full of deep emotion. For these 5 years, I've been waiting for you. Where are you now? I'll come find you. No need, I quickly replied. I'm moving out in 3 days and want to start a new life in the neighboring city. The neighboring city? Cedric immediately said, perfect, I already have a project set up there, Margaret. Would you like to come? He asked cautiously. My tears finally spilled uncontrollably. All these years of sorrow and waiting found their place in this moment. I will. I choked on my words. Cedric, I'm willing to go with you. That's wonderful. Cedric's voice was full of joy. I'll come to pick you up in 3 days. Wait for me. After hanging up, I wiped away my tears, my heart brimming with anticipation. Just then, there was a knock on the door. It was Blake Carter. He stood at the door, looking at my reddened eyes and furrowing his brow. You cried. No. I turned away, not wanting him to see my vulnerability. It's just sand in my eye. He stepped into the room, his gaze falling on the photo in my hand. You still keep his photo? His tone held a barely concealed sarcasm. After all these years, you still have someone else in your heart? None of your business, I said coldly. Blake, we're divorced now. My matters are none of your concern, Margaret. He stepped forward, eyes filled with complexity. Are you really that eager to go find him? Yes. I looked at him without hesitation. At least he doesn't treat me like a tool. At least he's sincere with me. His expression darkened instantly. Do you really look down on me that much? It's not that I look down on you. It's your own actions that have completely disappointed me. My tone was ice cold. After speaking, I stopped looking at him and walked straight to the window. He stood frozen in place, his face pale, fists tightly clenched, but in the end, he said nothing, turned, and left. Over the next 3 days, Blake Carter seemed like a completely different person. He stopped going to the company and stayed home all day. I was tidying up in the living room while he sat on the sofa, his gaze burning intensely into me. When I went to the kitchen for a drink, he followed silently, standing beside me, hesitating as if he wanted to speak but couldn't. I ignored his presence and focused solely on my own tasks, since I had already decided to leave. There was no reason to give him any false hope. Nanny Sophie saw everything and was deeply worried. She pulled me aside and whispered, Madam, it seems Mr. Carter regrets it. Perhaps you should reconsider? Sophie, I said with a helpless smile, matters of the heart cannot be forced. Between him and me, there is no longer any chance. He acts this way now only because he's gotten used to my presence. It doesn't mean he truly cares about me. Once Mary returns, he'll go back to the way he was. Nanny Sophie sighed and gave up trying to persuade me. Blake Carter's interference grew increasingly blatant. The packed boxes I had prepared were quietly put back in their original spots by him. He would deliberately sit across from me and eat the meals I had prepared in silence. He would even stand motionless outside my bedroom door at night while I was sleeping. I could no longer bear it and knocked on his door. Blake, what exactly do you want? I looked at him, my tone serious. We're already divorced. Do you really think it's worth lingering on like this? He leaned against the doorframe, his gaze intense. I just feel there might still be a chance for us to make things right. No, I said decisively. Blake, I've made up my mind. I won't change it. Don't waste any more time, and don't make things uncomfortable for either of us. His eyes darkened, tinged with hurt. Am I really so contemptible in your eyes? It's not that you're unbearable. We just aren't meant for each other, I said calmly. Forced fruit never tastes sweet. Let me go, and do the same for yourself. After saying that, I turned and walked away, no longer giving him a chance to speak. I knew his persistence now was just a temporary unwillingness to let go. Once Mary Coolidge returns, all his attention will be on her. I just need to wait 3 more days. When Cedric Harper comes to take me away, I'll be completely free of all this.